Okay, so yes, it is October 30th, day before Halloween. And Larissa, last week you were the newest member of our class. Actually, yesterday you were the newest member of our class. And I remember you enjoyed it. You felt a sense of pride and happiness from it. But that's all over because now there are three newest members of our classes, one class, newest members of our class. Here it
That's
is.
cool.
Today, Alexandra and Marie. Oh my goodness, Marie is here. All right, yes, wonderful. Alexandra
Hi, teacher.
is
How
here.
are you?
Hey, Maria. And one of my students from level 5 this morning is told me he has a work situation. He can no longer attend my day classes, so he's sliding over to join us as well. His name is Jonakrovsky. And Alizar, who I just spoke with a second ago. So
yes, I'm here. Thank you so much.
Newest members, three of our newest members. So I'd like to welcome Jonakrovsky. Have you joined us yet? Well, I don't see Jonakrovsky. So everybody, let's begin just by actually, if you could turn your cameras on quickly, and then let's welcome. Thank you. There's Alizar. If you could turn your cameras on, let's say hello to the newest members of our class, Alexandra, Jonakrovsky, and Alizar. So, Alizar, I see a big smile on your face. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Larissa, it looks like you're handling change well. Are you okay with no longer being the star of the show? No, look, here's Alexandra. So last week you had your moment in the spotlight, and now everybody knows you. So you're still special, as you always are, but now it's time for Alizar, Alessandra, and Jonakrovsky to shine. So
okay, welcome, guys.
Welcome. There we go. There we go. So yes, and oh wow, Audra, you just got your Wi-Fi working. Fantastic. Beautiful. And I'd love to also welcome back Marie Magda. It's been a long time because I know you've had a schedule change, and it's very, very nice to have you back. Marie, hope you're doing well. Are you working right now, Magda?
No, I'm here. I'm at home now.
Oh,
Yes.
beautiful, beautiful. I was afraid you were actually attending from work, and like you hear me running my mouth and your boss is saying there's something, all that. So you get to focus. Very nice, very nice. Okay, so let's just begin by just giving a little welcome to Alessandro Jonakrovsky and Alizar. Alizar, since you have a big, wonderful smile, would you say hello to everybody and maybe tell us two or three things about yourself? Like I'll give an example. My name is George. I just made pasta for dinner, and last weekend I rode my bike. That's me. Alizar. Just unmute yourself, the little microphone button. Tell us something so we can get to know you.
Okay, my name is Alizar. I am from Venezuela. I arrived to Boston on February 1st, and I am happy in this state, in United States, and I want to speak English more, and this is the reason why I am here today and from today and next days.
Fantastic, fantastic. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You're not alone. You have a lot of Venezuelan classmates. One actually just said she couldn't make it, but don't worry, you'll have a lot of experiences to share.
Okay.
You can share arepa recipes and all that good stuff.
Oh, yes. Good.
Good. Yes, fantastic. Welcome, Alizar.
Thank you.
Alessandra, will you introduce yourself and kind of do the same thing? Tell us maybe three things about yourself.
Hi, everybody. I'm Alexandra. I'm from Colombia.
Welcome.
Thank you. And thinking about me. Not just I'm happy here. I would like to learn a lot, and I'm so excited for being here.
Fantastic. I like to hear it. I'm just looking through the names. I talked to Jonakrovsky a moment ago. I think he might have a connection problem. Well, when Jonakrovsky arrives, he can introduce himself and join the party. But anyway, welcome to our new students. The next order of business on the agenda is, oh, by the way, if you have any questions, Larissa,
Yep.
you now have been in class for an entire week. So Alessandra and Alizar, if you have any questions, just ask Larissa. She knows everything. She's been in the class for a whole week. And if Larissa doesn't know, you can talk to Magda.
Okay.
Magda, would you turn your camera on and wave to everybody, my dear? Oh, I think Magda might have stepped away. Magda has been my student for 3 years. I've known Magda since COVID. So Magda's an expert with all this stuff. So you have her. Oh, there she is. Hey,
Mandala.
Magda. So I was telling your classmates, if they have any questions, they can talk to you because you've been doing this at El Centro for about 3 years now. You know everything. You're the expert. So next up on the agenda, I just saw Esnader join us. We're gonna hear a nice presentation by Esnader. And then after that, I'm gonna open with a Zoom poll. And we're gonna have a discussion in the breakout room regarding the most recent assignment I gave everybody. Then last week, nobody wanted to take the 10-minute break. I'm gonna ask everybody now. 10-minute break or go straight through?
Go straight.
Go straight.
Everybody wants to get to sleep, right?
Yeah.
Everybody wants to get some sleep, or you have a video game addiction or whatever it is you got going on. But everybody wants to go straight through and get it done. So
Okay.
no
Go
10-minute
straight
break,
through.
no problem.
Okay.
No problem. So no 10-minute break. And then we'll wrap up the class by just reviewing some of the Mark Franklin interview. And one volunteer will do exactly what Wesley did last week. Wesley, you were a star last week. You were using my computer with remote access. And I'm going to have a different volunteer do that today to be kind of a highlight of the class, because that was very exciting last week. So that's the plan, and we should have some fun. Any questions from anybody?
Okay, teacher.
Hey, Wesley. Oh, no questions? All right, no questions. Let's move along with the class. All right. Esnader, how you feeling?
Yes, teacher.
You
All
feeling
right.
good?
Yes, all right.
Beautiful. So right now, Esnader has prepared a little something for us. He's going to show one of his favorite lessons on NGen and share his screen doing it. So I'm going to give Esnader permission to share his screen, make him co-host. Here we go. All right. So that means I step away. I'm not the teacher right now. Esnader, you are the teacher until you tell me you're done. Here we go.
All right.
Okay,
teacher.
Esnader, take it away. It's your show.
All right.
And I'll stop sharing mine. Okay.
All right. Teacher and classmates, thanks for this opportunity to share a great exercise or lesson from engine for me. And I like a lot that application because I use that for maybe 2 years, for several months. and it's a great opportunity in the part of I'm gonna show you. No. The part when you take the class, when the conversation class, you can learn with other students with the all part of the world, Argentina, Uruguay, Guatemala, in the United States even, or even Vietnam, for example. So that possibility let us improve our listening, for example, because the other people have a great or different accents. So for different for same word, for example. So for me, it's a great way to learn. This lesson is about the Netflix. The title is Netflix reports growth in subscribers. It's a short lessons, have a small exercise, and we have a one video, the duration less 1 minute, and in the class is great. And we're gonna start to some words, for example, ad free. For example, bugs. Crackdown for me is a new word in this lesson. Pandemic is a word, all new for password sharing. Oh, subscriber and triple. And worldwide, I think this is the last one word. Yeah. Next part is for me is the best of the exercise, because it's real video, and I like the reports, an American reports, because the words is very fluently and very fast, and the exercise is try to understand. In my case, I need to listen for more one time. I know that in this class we have a great students with a higher level, and I think it's easier for one of you. So the yeah, in this part, the reporter explained what happened with Netflix, and I think this is the best part of the message for us. And the answer is, and it has more subscribers because it's cut down on password sharing, right?
Oh, Esne there, I think you didn't enable the sound sharing because we don't hear the sound.
Oh, really?
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's very short. You could just maybe tell us a little bit. That was the second thing to click, is enable screen sharing with sound. It's okay. Just maybe tell us a little bit about what they said.
Sheet point. Leave. Oh. All right. Share screen. No.
I mean, just say a few words. It's okay.
No, but I think the exercise is better with the all classmates. This we're gonna start this part. Let me.
Okay.
I'm gonna try.
We take your word for it. It looks interesting.
Yeah. No, it's very great. So, but the. sheets. Oh, this, let me. I'm gonna share with.
Mhm.
Can you hear? Or not?
Million subscribers worldwide between July and September. That's more than triple the number added that time a year ago. And it's the biggest increase since the beginning of the pandemic. That, of course, was early 2020.
A little bit, but maybe it's okay. I like your voice, Esna, there. Your voice is more interesting. I want to hear you, but it's okay.
Numbers. The company announced
That's clear. Good.
8.8 million subscribers worldwide between July and September. That's more than triple the number added that time a year ago. And it's the biggest increase since the beginning of the pandemic. That, of course, was in early 2020.
Yeah, this part, which is true about the increase in the subscriber numbers. And the answer is this one, the triple this size.
It also announced it's raising the price for its most expensive streaming service by $2 to $23 per month in the US. The lowest price ad-free streaming plan will go from $10 to $12.
And the last one is, according to the video, somebody can say the answer. Wesley.
Oh, we kind of lost you there. We couldn't hear exactly what you're saying. Oh, that's why your microphone was too far away. All right, now
Yeah.
try it again.
Yeah, can you?
Perfect.
All right. Yeah, I saw that according to the video, and the question is if somebody can answer this and the question.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Yeah. Or not, or,
Anybody
so, or nothing.
Raise the. I'll give an example. You can use your hand raising emoji. Use the hand raising emoji to answer.
Nothing.
Nobody. Everybody's.
Okay.
I say what?
Okay.
This is his presentation, not mine. Don't ask me to talk.
Okay. No worries.
Okay.
Is Netflix subscribers needs to pay an extra 10 to $12 for a free streaming. Oh, no. Sorry, it's the first one. Netflix lowest price at free streaming plan will cost $12 a month.
The first one.
The first one.
Thank
you, Wesley. Thank you, Wesley, for participating.
And the second prize was 22.
No, the correct is the one, the first one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the first one. But thank you for this is the idea. Thank you, Wesley.
Wesley, I'm giving you my applause emoji. Good job.
Yeah. So, and this part of the exercise, and I like to, because it's possible to understand what is our level to listening, right? For example, other way to figure out or solve this part is about the context. For example, we've been and but the problem is yours can you hear the
No.
the answer?
Next time when you share your screen, it'll give you two options. It'll say share sound. It'll say share audio. You got to click both of them, but it's okay. I kind of like listening to you explain it better.
Yeah, but the share I need to learn the audio isn't the same icon the share the screen.
No,
Or-
it's
or the
two
mute.
boxes. You want to click first share screen, then share audio and video. It's okay.
Oh, sure.
Fue
But,
sin
next
querer.
time, but it's all about practice. That's why we do this. It's okay.
Oh, yeah. Share is all. It's in more 3 points.
Yeah. Now you know that how hard a job teaching is.
No. Yeah. Yeah. I think that is
Reorder.
good or not?
Yes, perfect. Good job.
Perfect.
Yeah, we can hear everything.
Yeah, yeah. This is the way to learn. So
Reorder.
we order
Retort.
Retort.
Recorder. Reprint.
Reporting. Reporting.
reporting.
Reporting.
I think that
Reporting.
we'd be reporting,
Mhm.
right?
Growth.
Growth.
Grown.
Ground.
Growl.
Gross.
Growth.
Growth.
Amounts.
Announced. Ounce. Another.
A noise.
Announce.
Announced.
Announced.
Seize the service. Cleaning surfaces.
Screaming something.
Streaming service. Streaming faster.
Wesley, what do you think?
Streaming service.
I
think it's that one, the number 4.
Luis, the number 4.
I'm
Streaming
not sure, but I
service.
think so.
And Wesley.
Streaming service.
Perfect.
Streaming service.
That's fine. All the exercises, there are 100 points. So I recommend you guys always each day by day study on this app. It's a great way to learn English and practice and conversation and learn new words day by day. That's all, George. I don't know if you have other question.
No, but you actually reminded me of a lesson I taught over the summer, and I've got a chart to help you. And I'm not to help you, but the fact that you chose that lesson reminded me of another lesson that I taught over the summer. I'll show everybody just like a little something when you come back. Once you stop sharing your screen. Fantastic. So everybody, you can give a round of applause to Esnader. Very nice. Very nice. Hey, Magda, there you are. I feel like I haven't seen your face in about 2 months. There we go. So yeah, and this is the clapping emoji. There we go. So nice work. So does everybody know the word rebound? REBOUND? When you play basketball, if the ball goes up and it hits the rim or the backboard and comes back, if you catch the ball, it's called a rebound. But there's also a financial term called a rebound. And it was an article of the same topic that Esnader was actually describing a minute ago. Netflix is experiencing what's called a rebound. So right here, I'm just going. If anybody has purchased, I'm using. Look, this is from NASDAQ information. If anybody, say on their Fidelity or Robinhood account, has purchased Netflix stock, last year you were pretty disappointed because it dropped right here. If you owned Netflix stock about a year ago, you lost a good bit of money. But right about now, it's experiencing a rebound. And you can kind of tell when you look at the word R-E-B-O-U-N-D, bound. Bound means like you're, it could mean you're moving. It could also mean you're confined, but in this sense, it's talking about mobility. So right about the time of the pandemic, Netflix saw huge growth right about here because, well, who could guess why Netflix was worth a lot of money from 2020 to 2022? Anybody want to guess?
The pandemic, everybody were in their houses.
Exactly. So a lot of tech companies were experiencing this. More people were living on the internet, more people were on their screens. But about a year ago, with less people spending time on their screens, tech companies like Netflix started to lay people off, cut costs. This was also related to the writer's strike over the summer, which is what the lesson I was thinking about. But what Esnider was talking about is because Netflix has managed to gain new subscribers by cutting prices, they're experiencing a rebound in their stock price, what the company is worth. So this big drop last year and big rise in the last few months from March 2022 to October 2023, this is called a rebound. Anyway, so hope you found that interesting and you can remember the word rebound in the future. Let's keep it moving. All right, so we're making great time. We've welcomed our new classmates. Alizar, I just, you should receive an email any moment. I just read, while Esnider was giving his presentation, I registered you with NGen, so you should be able to access all that material that Esnider was talking about.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And if you have any questions after class, just let me know.
Okay, thank you.
Well, so now we're going to do what we did last year. Before we go into a breakout room discussion, one breakout room with me and one with Audra, I'm going to open up a Zoom poll. I think these polls are pretty successful, allows everybody to participate. So here is a sample of the most recent NGen lesson. And what I'd like to do is get a few volunteer readers, and then I'm going to start a poll right here. So Mark Franklin, CEO of forgot which company. This is from her interview that I gave everybody, and you see the words highlighted. Who would like to volunteer to read this section?
Me.
Go for it. Go for it.
I can do it, teacher.
Sure.
So I'll give you the classic example of the curb cut. The curb sidewalk cut was really for people in wheelchairs and with disabilities to be able to cross from one side of the road to the other.
Very good. Who wants to read this next section?
Me. I can do it if you want.
Yep.
All right.
But I challenge
you to stand on any street corner and you'll see older people, parents with strollers, kids on skateboards. Oh, I appreciated it sometimes in my very high heels to have a smoother path down.
All right. Very nice. And last section. Who wants to read this part?
Me, teacher.
Go for it.
And that's a great example of a universal design benefit. And I think the same applies to diversity and inclusion in the workplace.
All right, so here is the question. Okay, I'm going to write a new question. Here it is, just like I did last week. All right, so I'm creating a poll. This is going to be simple, true or false, based on this sample. Here comes the question. Okay, everybody. Here it comes. Now I'm going to launch the poll and please give your answer. And once we finish this, I'm going to show you what a curb cut is. Okay, 3 have given their answers. Okay, so everybody else in the class, please give your answer.
I'm not finding the poll.
Me too. On searching.
Okay, I'm going to relaunch it, okay? Everybody take a look. Relaunching, here it is. Okay, launching it one more time. Does everybody see it now?
All set.
Great.
Also,
Okay, there we go. Everybody give your answer. True or false? Just click true or false. So we got about 50% answered. Let's try to get all 15. I'm gonna go by name. Here we go. Luis, have you answered?
No, teacher, I really don't get it. Sorry.
You don't see it?
No.
Joseph, what's that?
The first one.
Oh, Joseph is already arguing which one is right. Okay. Larissa, Marie, you're all set? You answered?
Mark
Yes,
Franklin.
I'm all set.
Okay, good.
Yes, teacher. Answer.
You can see where to click true or false.
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 Okay, now I'm gonna share results. Here we go. Most of you got that right. All right. So yes, most of you got that right. A curb cut was originally intended for people with wheelchairs. She said curb cut, curb cut, the curb sidewalk cut was really for people in wheelchairs. That's what it said in the beginning, but then she argues eventually other people began to appreciate a curb cut sidewalk as well. So I'm going to show you exactly what a curb cut sidewalk looks like, because that's Friday's writing assignment. Here it is. So this is a typical sidewalk in America, right here. So does everybody see how it slopes down like this? Yep, slopes down like this. Originally, this is a design to aid people in wheelchairs. And Mark Franklin argued that eventually other people appreciated it too. Elderly with walkers, people pushing baby strollers, people riding bikes, many different people started to appreciate curb cut sidewalks. Now, quick question for everybody. Do sidewalks look like this in other countries you have lived?
No.
Yes.
Who said, let's see, Maria, tell us first.
I saw in Belgium something like this also.
Okay.
People can use in sidewalk is like this.
Everybody else?
In
Tell us how they
Chile,
start.
in Chile, in some sites were like this also. In Chile, in Santiago.
Brazil, we had to.
Okay.
Very nice. So Brazil, Chile, everybody else? We have, looking at, what about Haiti? Are sidewalks like this in Haiti?
No.
No, no.
No.
Nose. That's interesting. That was like an echo of nose. Okay. Very interesting. All right. So, yep, that's one thing to think about. Not the curb cut sidewalk event. It's not universal. It's not everywhere in the world, but originally it was designed for people with wheelchairs. So, we're going to learn later on in the week. I'm giving everybody an article about the movement in the 1960s to the 1980s in America to mandate that every sidewalk all across the country have that for people with wheelchairs. And that's what you're going to learn about. Now, this was what American sidewalks looked like before curb cuts on the left, and then after curb cuts on the right. So on the left-hand side versus the right, who could tell me what the difference is? Maybe Joseph, you've got your the hand raising emoji. You've had that up for a while. I'll give you this question. Can you tell us the difference between the sidewalk on the left and the sidewalk on the right, Joseph?
Can you repeat the question for me, teacher, please?
Can you see the two pictures I put up
Yeah,
there?
yeah, I see.
Can you tell us the difference between the sidewalk on the left and the sidewalk on the right?
The left is the best in
Left
the
is the best.
USA.
I'm not quite sure what you mean.
Yeah. The left is the real curve. The other one sometimes is not a best one.
Okay. Well, let's see. We'll get more into this over the week, and next week everyone will do a piece of writing. We're going to be learning about the movement to get sidewalks to be wheelchair accessible. But the general topic of accessibility, and I'll go over this word right here from this word right here, everybody see right here, this word from the lesson that you finished, inclusion.
Inclusion, yes.
Inclusion.
Diversity people.
Inclusion. So the curb cut was used as an example for a design that's inclusive.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
So everybody, so let's just look at that one vocabulary word, inclusion.
Inclusion.
Inclusion. So I'm actually going to do a little pronunciation exercise. Can everybody quickly just follow my mouth right here? Inclusion.
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 Now that's the noun. That's the noun. Inclusion. If I want to change it to an adjective, I say it like this. Inclusive.
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 Right. Now, here is a question for breakout rooms. Can I have a volunteer to read the question that I just circled on the left?
Me, teacher.
Go for it, Johanna.
Okay. Do you feel that it is an inclusive place to work, or could design help it be more inclusive?
Very good. And I should have actually circled both sections right there. I said, talk with your classmates about your job. Everybody here has a job. Everybody's tired. You've been working all day. Do you feel that your job, where you work, wherever that may be, is an inclusive place, a place that includes everybody, welcomes everybody? Or could design help it be more inclusive? One example would be sidewalks that wheelchairs can access. That's the curb cut sidewalk. That's an example of inclusion. I'll give an example. I used to work for a travel company, and a lot of there were a lot of new employees from North Africa, and they kept going several times a day. They would leave and come back and leave and come back and leave and come back because they were Muslim. Guess why? Why would they leave the office and come back, leave the office and come back, leave, come back, leave, come back? The answer is they wanted to pray 5 times a day. So they would leave the office and come back and leave the office and come back. So the owner of the company decided to make a separate room called the prayer room for them to go quickly pray and come back. And the idea was to make it more inclusive. So that's one example. So the question is, do you feel that it is an inclusive place to work, wherever you work, or could design help it be more inclusive? So that's a question for breakout rooms. Does everybody understand the question?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to put everyone in breakout rooms right now. Here we go.
My teacher, please. I can't see nothing.
So the question is, I'll write the question in your chat, and the chat just for you. Actually, I'll write it in the chat just for everybody. So it says, do you feel that your job is an inclusive place to work, or could design help it be more inclusive? Do you feel that your job, where you work, is inclusive, or could design help it be more inclusive? Using the interview that you were given by Mark Franklin. Okay, here we go. So I'll paraphrase that in the chat right now. Could design help your workplace be more inclusive? Okay, everybody can see that in the chat. That's the question. And I'm gonna put you into breakout rooms. Here we go. 2 breakout rooms.
Good.
You can join your breakout rooms now. Hi, Alexandra. You can click join breakout room, please. Mhm. 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 All right, so here it is. Your next assignment is to interpret a primary source document. Right there is a photograph, it's a newspaper clipping, and here is an article. We're going to go over some of the beginning of the article with the vocabulary right now. And this is an article that's also a podcast, so it means you can read and listen. Almost as user-friendly as NGen, but not quite. So I'll show you the vocabulary words right now. Here we are. And I'll send you a longer list of words, but we'll go over the pronunciation. Okay. Okay, everybody follow me with the pronunciation. Activist.
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 Iron lung.
Iron
Iron lung.
Iron lung.
Intersection.
Intersections.
Intersections.
Respiratory.
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 Assistance.
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 Paralyzed.
Paralyzed.
Paralyzed. Tenacious.
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 Navigate.
Navigate.
Very good. So use a little inference. An activist, I just gave you that word a little while ago. An activist is usually somebody involved in
Robert.
Robert?
Activist is Robert, right? You say
Romeo teacher.
Robert Ed?
Yes, so I was going to say, Larissa was so excited about this assignment, you decided to move into the future. You already read ahead for Friday's assignment. So yes.
Really?
Yeah, that's due on, no, it's great. It's due on Friday though. Most students were trying to catch up with today's assignment. You said, that's not enough. Give me Fridays. I was like, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
When you said Robert, I said, wow, she read ahead to the end of the week. Everybody else is like, who's that? What are you talking about? So, okay, so now you made yourself a target. If anybody needs help with Friday's assignment, you could talk to Larissa because she's already.
Okay, I can help.
There you go. Larissa, you're an entrepreneur. If somebody needs some help, maybe you should charge and say, send them the QR code on Venmo and say how much.
Yeah, sounds good. That's better.
There we go. Anyway. So, yes, you're going to learn about a political activist and Robert Edwards. We're going to read about it. And this is a phrase that's rarely used today. Iron lung. But an iron lung was an old medical treatment for people who couldn't breathe very well. Now people use respirators. They're much smaller. But if anybody's ever had a member of their family in the hospital and they have trouble breathing, this was an old piece of technology to help people breathe, called an iron lung. It was a big metal box they would have to sit in.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's something artificial.
Yep. Who knows this one? Intersections.
Intersection is a cross.
I know it. I know it.
So Luis knows it. Larissa knows it. I see heads nodding. Now, if you don't know it, what's a way you could kind of figure out the definition of the word just by looking at the word? It's one of those words that you can figure it out without, even if you never heard it before. What does inter mean?
Intersection is like it's a cross in the middle.
Yeah.
It's an intersection.
Yeah. Inter means inside and section means breaking apart. So there's intersection. It's where things are breaking apart. So essentially it's what Maria, can you do that with your hands again?
Like this?
There you go. All right.
Yes, in the middle is the intersection. In the middle.
There you go. So when streets meet,
Yes.
an intersection, it's like that. So that's intersection.
Yes.
Or stops.
There you go. There you go. And here's another word, respiratory.
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 Everybody respirate.
So it's related to breathing or respiration. Like
Respiration.
yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Assistance.
Help. Somebody help. Audra is your assistance.
I think we have some people working in the medical field here. Does anybody work in the field of assistance of any kind?
Yeah.
So, Marie, you're familiar with the word assistance.
Yes. Every day I assist patients, I assist clients, I assist residents.
Are you working now at
By
a
their living,
residential care facility?
Paralyzed.
So I'm working in a hospital.
Very good. It's a new job, right? You just started? How do you like the new job now?
Good. It's good.
Good. Do you find, I'm going to use the word that I gave everybody a little while ago. Marie, do you find your new job to be inclusive? Up there?
I don't.
I can tell.
For me, I think
Marie's like,
my job is very good because it's you can speak Spanish a lot and also speak English.
Now this is funny because Marie, I was asking Marie, but then Maria, heard her name. Maria says, I love your job because I can speak Spanish all day, but Maria is not a Spanish speaker. When I said, do you like your is your new job inclusive? I looked at Marie's face and Marie said,
Sometimes when I work,
Magda also, Magda, Marie goes by Magda. So I should have just called you Magda, so Maria's not going to answer. So
Okay. No
Magda
problem.
sometimes. Well, I hope it becomes more inclusive, and you can help them with their design, make it more inclusive.
Yes.
Paralyzed. Who knows the word paralyzed?
Oh, it's terrible to be paralyzed.
Yeah.
Yes, because probably you want to do something, but you can't. You are paralyzed. It's
Yeah.
terrible to
Yeah,
feel that.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Sometimes I want to speak, I want to explain something, and I don't have the just word. I'm like paralyzed.
Oh, wow. Very good. Everybody, Magda gave a figurative example of paralyzed, and Alizar gave a literal example of paralyzed.
Okay.
So who could
Yes.
tell me the difference between these two? Literal and figurative. Because you can use this word in a literal way and a figurative way. Alizar gave a literal definition of being paralyzed, and Marie gave a figurative definition. What's the difference?
Figurative is something you imagine, is you think. Literal is something happen the same.
Pretty close, pretty close. I asked the definition of paralyzed, and Alizar said it's terrible, you can't do anything, because the literal definition means you can't physically move. You can't move your legs. A person who's paralyzed means they can't move their body. A paralysis means you can't move, physically cannot move. But Marie, when thinking about her new job, she says, I don't always, tell me if I'm wrong, Magda said, I don't always have the words to express myself at work, and I feel paralyzed, not having that voice to be heard. So Magda's use of the word was figurative.
Yeah.
Magda is not literally paralyzed. She says, I feel figuratively paralyzed, not having that access to the conversation and the job. Let's go over the last two. Tenacious.
Tenacious.
Tenacious. This guy, Ed Roberts, was very tenacious.
Yes.
So yeah.
Persistent. Somebody who is persistent with an idea. I have an idea,
exactly.
and I believe in this idea, and I'm going to fight to the end to find what I want, what happened.
Yeah. Persistence can
Something
be
like this.
Tenacity can be, tenacious is the adjective. To have tenacity.
Okay.
Be a noun. Very good. And then navigate.
Navigate. You navigate in your network.
Yeah, sure. Good job, Maria. Good job. Yeah, navigation is like a way to figure out where you're moving, where to go.
Right.
So since we're not taking the 10-minute break, I'll wrap up class tonight by introducing this article that we can both read and listen to at the same time. Very, very helpful tool. So here we go. All right. Going to the Google Classroom page. So, yes.
Is it your assignment?
Oh, yes. Yeah, I made that one on my own. Well, they're all my assignments. I mean, I'm assigning them. But yeah, I put this together. So
together, okay.
Yep. So, yep, here's the article. You can both read and listen to it. I'll open up the Google document. So, quick question, Johanna, do you see these two documents right here?
Teacher, I don't understand the question.
I was just making sure, I wanted to make sure you, because we went over some, just to make sure you know how to follow this assignment on Google Classroom. Do you see these two documents right here?
Yes.
Great, great, great. So this one on the right is the article with all the information, but there's lots of new words. So I'm actually going to give a vocab list here to make it easier. And
Okay.
this is where you put your writing on the left. So
Okay.
when you open it, after you read the article, and you can also listen to the article, and if you need extra help in the Thursday evening, Audra, the volunteer, is also there to help out. You open this up, and here it is. It's a newspaper clipping. Right here it says, a newspaper clipping from a gentleman named Ed Roberts.
You read the.
Well, you don't have to read all this because it's explained in the article. But this is called as a primary source document. And when you do academic research, there's two types of sources. One is the primary source. The other is the secondary source. So this is a primary source. The article that you're going to read that explains the document, that's the secondary source. So you read the article where it says, on campus, an attendant would wheel Roberts to each class, where he would recruit a classmate to help him take notes. They would use a piece of carbon paper to create a copy for him. This is the secondary source, but in the middle of the article, they add newspaper clipping. So the newspaper clipping is considered the primary source.
Primary source.
Yep. So whenever you do academic research, you want to have a mix of primary and secondary sources. So let's say if I'm writing a book about Alexandra's life, and I look, and I'm not the only person in the world to write a book about Alexandra's life because Alexandra is famous. Did you know you were famous, Alexandra? Alexandra looks so confused. It's okay. So let's say you're famous, and I'm going to write.
I couldn't hear you, teacher. Sorry.
That's okay. Alexandra, if you're famous and I'm going to write a book about you, I got to get information.
Okay.
So I got to organize my information. Alexandra, this famous person I'm going to write about. Now, other people have written about her before, but I have to get information about her. So I can take what other people have written about her, and then I can take direct information. I can look at her Instagram posts. I can look at her family photographs. I can visit the house she grew up in. Those are the primary sources. But the other people who have already written about her, those are the secondary sources. So that's a way to distinguish the two when you're researching. And when you get into, when you move on into college, you're going to be doing a lot of this, distinguishing where your information is coming from. Is it a primary or a secondary source? So when Alexandra, you're famous and people are writing books about you, people are going to distinguish the sources, primary versus secondary. So this guy, Ed Roberts, the newspaper clipping from 1968, that is a primary source because it's in the moment. It's from the time. This article from 2000 and when is it? 2019, I think. That's the secondary source. So you're going to read this, but you're going to explain this. What is it? What's going on? And you want to contextualize it in 120 to 150 words. Explain what's happening.
Oh, okay.
What's going on? What's it all about? Any questions?
No, it's okay.
Teacher.
Okay. And if you do have a question after class, you can contact me, and Audra is available Thursday night. Magda, yes, question.
Oh, I see. I'm no longer on Google Classroom.
I can fix that. No problem.
Okay.
Yep. All right. So let's start reading the beginning of this. Here we go. I will make this website a little bit bigger so everybody can see. Joseph, there was a delay with your screen. Can you see this?
Yes, teacher.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. All right. Can everybody see okay?
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to begin. I'm going to play. You can listen, and I'm going to underline the words at the same time.
Lufthansa is the largest.
Oh, looks like there was a commercial beforehand. Hold on a second. Okay, there we go.
Been a company on purpose, and as such, even though I was the co-founder, I never owned.
Sorry, it's a commercial at the beginning. So it should be right about there.
To collaborate. Beautiful nerds for getting us here.
We're almost there. Just had to get rid of the commercial.
We were all extremely busy the past couple of weeks.
Okay. Actually,
around. Where did this wheelchair come from? Recognize the verb.
They're all over the country now. Just about any place you find some.
Recognize the name.
Chair from reaching the next assisted
to an iron lung because he
did not present this as good news short stretches of time.
The house and the
iron lung
to play baseball.
Were the hundreds of chair from reaching the next
Teacher.
1 second. Yes, is that Lewis? Yes.
Are you sure that is the sound for this article? Because I mean, it's too long. It's 55 minutes, so I don't think so.
Oh, no. It is, but the article is actually one section of it.
that was used in Porsche cars.
If you live in an American...
There it is. There it is. So it's actually, okay, 7:28. All right. So you just got to skip ahead. You can read it on your own, but it's additional listening material. All right. Here it is. Starts out, if you live in an American city and you don't personally use a wheelchair, it's easy to overlook the small ramp at most intersections. Here it is.
American city and you don't personally use a wheelchair, you probably don't pay much attention to the small slope at most intersections between the sidewalk and the street.
Oh, actually, it is slightly different. You're right, Luis. Let's all read it together. I thought it was word for word. It is slightly different. Luis, thank you for pointing that out. Would you like to read the first paragraph?
Yes, I would like to do that. Okay.
Everybody, since it doesn't match word for word, the article, you can listen on your own, but it's not exactly word for word. Better to read first. Okay, go for it, Luis.
Okay, if you live in America City and you don't personally use a wheelchair, it's
easy to overlook. Oh, we lost your sound, Luis. Oh, Luis, we can't hear you.
Luis, we can hear.
Something happened.
Maybe he listened. No.
I think there's a delay. Luis, we lost you, buddy.
Luis.
Stop. Time out, Luis. Stop.
Stop.
We can't hear you, Luis. There's some kind of connection issue with your sound. It's okay. Anybody else want to try?
All the paragraph, teacher?
Sure. Alexandra,
You
you want to
complete?
try? Yeah. Just follow along where I'm highlighting. If you live in an American city.
Okay, I'm gonna start. If you
Between the
live
sidewalk
in America City.
And you don't? Uh-oh, did we lose Alexandra too? You still there? Keep going, Alexandra. Keep going. You can do it.
Somebody's reading. I can follow her. Okay.
All right.
If you
And
live in
don't-
America City and you don't personally use a wheelchair,
very good. It's easy to
overlook the small ramp at most intersections.
Very good. Keep going.
Between the sidewalk and the street.
Keep going.
Today, these curb cuts are everywhere, but 50 years ago, when an activist named Ed Roberts was young, most urban corners featured a sharp drop-off, making it difficult for him and other wheelchair users to get between blocks without assistance.
Very good. Alexandra, guess what? I'm not going to ask you to read again. So you can choose who's next. Choose anybody else you want. You can relax. You can choose somebody with their camera off. Choose.
What about Alisa?
There we go. Alizar,
Okay.
you've been chosen.
Okay.
Robert
Robert was central to a movement that demanded society see disabled people in a new way. He would grow up in Burlingame, near San Francisco, the oldest of 4 boys. He was athletic and loved to play baseball. But then one day when he was 14 years old, he got really sick. He had polio.
Alizar, you can choose the next reader. Who would you like to read?
Marie Magdala.
Magda, go for it.
He had polio, which damaged his respiratory muscles so much that he needed an iron lung to stay alive. The polio left Roberts paralyzed below the neck, only able to move 2 fingers on his left hand.
All right, Magda, who's next? You have so many choices. Big classroom. You have Ledi, Valencia, Wilton, Marvel, Esneder, Johanna, Larissa. Pick a name, any name.
Larissa.
You win, Larissa.
Okay. In order to escape his iron lung once in a while, Robert taught himself a technique called frog breathing. A deep sea diver's trick of gulping oxygen into the lungs the way a frog does. For polio survivors whose weakened breathing muscles were strong enough to inhale.
Yep.
Inhale that needed oxygen. Frog breathing meant a person could get out of their iron lung for short stretches of time. Robert was told it was bad for his health, but he kept doing it, determined to live on his own terms.
So the story, so does everybody see how there's a piece of metal around this guy's neck?
Oh.
That was an iron lung. It was basically a metal box. And the box would help people breathe. And people were stuck inside these boxes. And this guy Roberts is like, I can't do this. So he would and get out of the box and just walk around the room. Well, not walk, but just move. I forgot he can't walk. Move a little bit just so he could move his arms. He's like, I'm not going to do this. This is ridiculous. And doctor said, don't do that. Don't do that. You're supposed to just sit there and wait to die. Don't do that. And he's like, no, I'm not going to do that. And there is an interview with Roberts from, I believe, the 1970s or early 80s. And here's the word tenacious, that last vocab word I gave everybody. Larissa, who would you like to read this paragraph?
Marie?
Oh, wait, she already read. Let's give Magda a break. We got Lady, we got Emilce, we got Valencia. Valencia, go for it. Valencia.
I can read it.
Emilce. Okay. Emilce, go for it.
Okay.
Which was tenacious.
Okay. Robert was tenacious, but everything was hard. He needed the iron lung while he was asleep. But during the day, he stayed in a school, going to campus once a week. When Ed left the house, his family would run the maneuvers. Maneuvers is a correct?
Maneuvers, correct. Maneuvers. Yep.
Helping him navigate a world that was built for a person in a wheelchair. They lift him over
curbs.
Okay. They lift him over curbs and up and down a stair. When his mother, Sona Roberts, went out with him alone, she would enlist strangers to assist.
Very good. So yes, so as the story goes, right, so here's another, here are two primary source documents right here. Ed Roberts on a Berkeley campus at a protest at UC Berkeley. And you see somebody holding a sign that says Civil Rights for Disabled. So yes, Ed Roberts would eventually go to college at UC Berkeley. It's the University of California, Berkeley. And at first, the school said, no way, a guy in a wheelchair, a guy like that can't attend school here. How's he going to get around? But he had to fight to get a position in the school, and then would eventually graduate. So that's the story. Hope it's inspiring. If anybody finds it difficult to manage work, family, and school, maybe Ed Roberts will make you feel inspired. That's it. So we can wrap things up right here. And you got a short writing assignment on Friday. I'm going to check in. I'm not giving anybody a new assignment for Wednesday. Just focus on this for Friday because it's a longer piece of reading. And this is the document that you want to be able to describe. So take your time with the article. I'll highlight individual vocabulary words for you to study on your own, and that should keep you busy. Any questions? No questions? Now, for anybody struggling to finish the last 3 assignments, please let me know if you need help. That is it. Yes. Kids celebrating Halloween, running around, make sure they brush their teeth because American kids eat a lot of candy If the kids go to school, just make sure they brush their teeth tomorrow. Halloween is the day the American
Let's
kids
go to Salem.
eat a lot of candy. Make sure your kids brush your teeth tomorrow. Brush their teeth. Kids to brush your teeth. I said that wrong. Kids, if you got kids, make sure they brush their teeth tomorrow. They're going to be eating a lot of candy. All right. The end. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Thank you, teacher. Good
Thank you.
night.
Well, bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye. Bye, guys.
Bye bye. Thank you
Bye-bye.
so much.
Take care.